A very good evening to all my chartered accountant friends. Myself CA Bineet Sundaryal and I am chartered accountant in practice. I do not have this habit of making videos to comment on anybody or ICI elections or any such kind of politics or articles or things circulated on WhatsApp, but I am making this video to share my thoughts on whatever the NAFRA has started a war with the CA fraternity. I am minding the term using the word war with the CA fraternity. I will not I am deliberately not using the word ICI. I am deliberately using the word the CA fraternity because I believe ICI, being a statutory body, has his own limitations in representation and in democracy, how ICI is structured and everything. But it is directly attack on the CA fraternity by saying that the audit for small and medium firms should be abolished. And I am making this video not to fire up this thing, but in response of this article which is published in Business Line, and you all must have read this article, and I have seen some of the furious reactions of the members on social media platforms. But I want to make few points which are relating to this article, and I have derived all those points from this article only. I am not using any other additional or reference outside reference to demolish this article and how lamely it has been written, and it has deliberately written with the intention of putting in the mind of small firm owners. And this video is equally important for small firms owners, that why they should not defend this action of not having audit of their companies. I will make it clear in this article with the help of this article only. So I have 3-4 points to make on this, and I will begin with first of all with the heading. It says NAFRA is right, scrap statutory audit for small firms. So first of all, the article is written in such a manner, the headline is given in such a manner that whosoever fellow has written this article, he has given his opinion that NAFRA is right, scrap statutory audit for small firms. And his opinion is such a matter to the Business Line or media that they have published his article on their portal or wherever their circulation is. So it is first of all need to understand it is an view and opinion of one particular person who happens to be a chartered accountant, which is I got to know from this article only. But this fellow, what kind of exposure he has and how much he understands audit, and whether he has ever dealt with audit practically in small firm cases or not, we don't know. Okay, what kind of practice he does, we don't know, and whether he has what kind of advisory services he has provided to the SME segment in favor of whom he is very keen to abolish the audit, we don't know, first of all. And the below of the headline, it's written in most small and medium firms, owners and managements are same, so audit serve no purpose. Mind the word, audit serve no purpose. Audit serve no purpose for whom? My first point is audit serves no purpose for whom? That is the whole point of audit for a small firm. Why a small firm should be audited? Because owners and managers both are same. So who are the user of general purpose financial statements? In this article he says there are very limited third party users of general purpose financial statement. Any first year chartered accountancy student who is in first year CPT, P1 or whatever is the current system of education and chartered accountancy. First year student can tell who are the general users of financial statements. Management is only one person, one stakeholder. The biggest stakeholder of financial statement is government itself. Who will tell government that the numbers are reported in a uniform manner? The classification is correct. The information which has put in the financial statement is backed by books of accounts or not? Who will tell that exact record is available with the company, and on the basis of that record financial statement is prepared? Because government includes various tax departments. I will come to this point later on. Various tax departments such as income tax, ESI, PF, RBI, or numerous other tax departments associated and use the financial statement signed by a chartered accountant. Okay. Second user of financial statement is employees. By the reading of article of this fellow, it seems that he is not bothered about the employees. He is not bothered about the 10, 15% or 30%, 40%, whatever employee strength of a small company is, they have hired. He is not bothered about that. Okay, they should be aware what is the financial position of the company where they are devoting their time and getting salary. And if there is some delay in the salaries or some other financial problem with the company, whether they should be continuously investing their time in that company or whether they should move on. How will they get to know that these numbers, whatever numbers are there, are reported and correct? From where they will get this confidence? In present scenario, if they sense some problem in their company, they see some problem, then what they do? They go to any of his known chartered accountant friend. कोई बच्चा पढ़ रहा होता है, कोई जानकारी में होता है, कोई फ्रेंड होता है, कोई फ्रेंड का फ्रेंड होता है, उसके पास, एंड दे से यार दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम आई एम सेंसिंग इन माय एम्प्लॉयर, and now I want clarity that whether I should continuously invest my future in the company or I should be exit from the company at the right time before ship sinks. तो उसको हेल्प करते हैं ये फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, ये समझने में कि भैया 31 मार्च को पोजीशन क्या है कंपनी की, एक पोजीशन क्या है और ये पोजीशन किस वजह से हुई. बैलेंस शीट बहुत कुछ कहती है. If you can read it, if you can understand it, if you can absorb it, वो बहुत कुछ कहती है. तो वो कौन बोलेगा कि एम्प्लॉयज़ को कोई समस्या है. इसी पॉइंट में स्टेक होल्डर्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. Nowadays, in so many cases, in SME consulting I am talking about, I am not talking about the big corporate. I am talking about only a small medium practitioner, small medium companies, small and medium companies. And that's why I've said in the beginning that this video is also for the small and medium company owners to understand the importance of this audit. आप किसी भी टियर 1 कंपनी के पास रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जाते हैं. I don't know what knowledge this fellow has of dealing and advising the small companies and how much small companies associated with him has business exposure. बट जब भी आप किसी टियर 1 कंपनी के पास जाते हैं बिजनेस लेने के लिए या बिजनेस करने के लिए, व्हाट दे आस्क फॉर, दे आस्क योर 3 years फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स एंड दे आस्क स्पेसिफिकली व्हाट इज योर फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेंथ, व्हाट इज योर टर्नओवर, एंड टर्नओवर भी किस लेवल के क्लाइंट्स के साथ आपकी कैसी हैं, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डेटर रेशियो यू हैव, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्रेडिटर रेशियो यू हैव, what kind of NP, GP, because every bigger company is concerned about whom they are selling and from whom they are procuring. They want to reduce their supplier risk, they want to reduce their customer risk. So they always keep eye on the data of their suppliers and their recipients. They ask for these kind of information before registration. There are so many tenders which need to be filled only and only on the basis of this data, and government has trust that this data is audited, and whatever number you have reported there are audited by a chartered accountant and not any other like any other general consultant that कि वो बंदा गायब है. No, each and every member is identified by ICAI. Each and every member is credible. Every member can be connected and can be contacted and can be reached on immediate basis. That kind of robust system ICAI has. They have data, they have my PAN card, they have my Aadhaar card, they have my office address. So the practicing chartered accountant is someone who is always available to the public and always accessible. He is not going to run away within a night. So whatever data he is signing, he has taken the responsibility. Yes, I am completely agreeing with the fact that in some cases there is a quality issue pertaining to audit, but wherever there is a quality, NAFRA or Government of India should focus on process and procedure, how they can increase the quality, rather not to kill this thing, because killing something which is such a key to economy is not the solution to move forward, especially when our Prime Minister has such a big goal for our economy, and small companies are the backbone. Now I will move from this article only to the next point. He says a majority of these MSMEs are essentially family owned enterprises formed as companies for the sake of limited liability. He is taking limited liability concept so lightly that it is for the sake of limited liability. Why? Why one should give benefit of limited liability without any check and balance? Why? There is a check of audit, there is a Control of Companies Act 2013, there is a Control of LLP Act, and audit prescribed after some threshold in LLP Act. That is why they are given the benefit of limited liability. Otherwise आप proprietorship में करिए, आप partnership unregistered partnership में करिए business, nobody is stopping you from doing that. But why the benefit of limited liability is given? Because law assume a minimum compliance framework set up around a company, that this is the minimum level of compliance at least a company doing, and we can control the company by with this minimum compliance framework, और उसकी वजह से आपको लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी का फ़ायदा देता है. लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी इज़ नॉट समथिंग जो आपको फ्री मिलनी चाहिए कि जी ले जाओ लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. देन देयर विल बी नो पॉइंट ऑफ there will be remaining no difference between a company and proprietorship firm. Why somebody will incorporate the company, and if you'll if you'll give the limited liability benefit to the company, you will see the non-compliance cases will be increased much higher than whatever they are right now, because right now the chartered accountant who is auditing a small firm is advising them, then they should go for audit, and post that they should go for compliances, and there are my company secretary friends who help these small firms in making their compliances good. And this is equally important point for my company secretary friends also, because today this is with chartered accountants, tomorrow this is going to be happen with the company secretaries also, because if the audit is not required, then there is no requirement of submitting those financials number with the ROC. When there is no requirement, there is no requirement of a company secretary to compliance. So I am not only and only focusing this thing with the intention of chartered accountants and their revenue, because revenue to NAFRA पहले ही कह चुकी है कि chartered accountants are not taking much money. ठीक है ना? If chartered accountants are not taking much money, it means the revenue from SME audit of SME segment is not contributor of much of its practice. Okay, this is NAFRA has itself said मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ, नफरा ही कह रही है। अगर मैंने कम पैसे लिए तो मेरी प्रैक्टिस का बहुत फ्रैक्शन अमाउंट है, चला भी जाता है तो क्या, बट बात मेरे प्रैक्टिस के नहीं है, बात किसी एसएमई की प्रैक्टिस की नहीं है कि एसएमई चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट की प्रैक्टिस पे क्या इंपैक्ट पड़ेगा। बात यह है कि इतने की फंक्शन को हटाने से एक चलते इकोनॉमिक साइकिल पे क्या फ़र्क पड़ेगा, बात उसकी है। तो पहला हमने पॉइंट डिस्कस किया, यूज़र्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स पे क्या फ़र्क पड़ेगा। हमने देख लिया कि मालिक ही कंपनी के या मैनेजमेंट ही खाली यूज़र ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट नहीं होती, देर आर अदर स्टेक होल्डर ऑल्सो जो कि इस पर डिपेंड करते हैं। नंबर फर्स्ट स्टेक होल्डर इज द गवर्नमेंट इटसेल्फ। देन आर्टिकल में आगे लिखते हैं साहब कि कंपनी इज बीइंग क्रिएटेड to take benefit of limited liability and to get bank loans, bus route permits and mining licenses. What is bus route permit and what is mining license? What are all these? These are intellectual properties of India. हमारे भारत की धरोहर हैं माइनिंग्स। तो अगर आप वहाँ कुछ कर रहे हैं, माइनिंग लाइसेंस ले रहे हैं और इस तरह के कोई राइट्स आप गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से किसी लाइसेंसिंग पॉलिसी के थ्रू ले रहे हैं, तो क्या आपके ऊपर एक ऑडिट का कंट्रोल नहीं होना चाहिए टू एश्योर कि वट एवर बेनिफिट्स यू आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग आउट ऑफ दोज राइट्स, दोज बेनिफिट्स शुड बी प्रॉपरली रिकॉर्डेड इन नंबर्स एंड रिपोर्टेड टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। मेरे हिसाब से तो होना चाहिए सर, इतना मेरी तो बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग यही कहती है। एंड देन I'll come to the second point, which is cost reduction, because this article in its second part said questions over audit quality, and उसके बाद कहता है कि banks or external investor if any can direct them to have an audit as a condition for giving them bank loan. So very important point for small company owners. By this clause, if we assume that today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow this small company audit has done away, चला गया, खत्म हो गया, now there is no requirement to get this audit done, whatever impact on chartered accountants, forget that. Now what will be the impact on a small company? By this article I am raising this point, यहीं से निकल रहा है जी, I am not putting anything from my own माइंड एंड माई माउथ, हो वट वर्ड्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम हॉर्सेस माउथ, इसी आर्टिकल से आ रहा है सर। कहते हैं जी बैंक लोन लो तो बैंक अपना स्पेशल पर्पस ऑडिट करा दें, बहुत बढ़िया जी। नाउ इफ़ यू आर अ स्मॉल फर्म, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस सिनेरियो फॉर योर सेल्फ। यू आर अ स्मॉल फर्म एंड यू नीड अ बैंक लोन, you went to a bank, now bank is saying you need to get your account audited and you need to get your account audited with the chartered accountant who is impaneled with the bank. This is a system in India that generally whosoever is dictating the terms of audit, he maintain a panel, and from that panel you just pick someone and you need to take service of that professional fellow, or bank will appoint some chartered accountant who will audit your books and will give a report to the banker. Now what do you think, what will be the content of this report if bank is seeking report for its own purpose only? From my understanding of this ecosystem is, bank will certainly seek whatever important for them only. So bank will ask for a questionnaire, a lengthy questionnaire, which is reporting requirement of a bank's loan manager to compile from financial statement. What he will do is, he will tell to a chartered accountant, just go and compile this information which otherwise required to be made by my loan department. Go audit that, certify that and submit with us. So whether this set of numbers is going to be used by any other user of financial statements, the answer is no. From up to the best of my understanding, no. It is only going to be used by a particular bank only. Now assume a situation that you within a year you went to a bank for a 1 crore or 2 crore rupees of funding. Bank deputed somebody for a special purpose audit. He has conducted audit, given report to bank, you get the loan. You have made your prototype, you have approach to some angel investor or some second or third level funding. What will be the situation now, sir? Apart from DD will come later. What he will do? He will say, we will have first gets your accounts audited, because my fellow brother is saying in this article, it is a private matter now. Whosoever party you are dealing with, just go and they will make a compulsion, and it is their private matter, they will get your account audit. Okay, now we are going for second or third level funding, which is not a very high. I am saying 2 crore 5 crore तो यार आजकल PE space में बड़ा normally चलता है, but nobody is going to pay you 2 crore 5 crore just only basis of the numbers you have made it. He need something. If you are running a company from 2 years or 3 years and you have bank loan also in the financials, so he need control over those numbers. So ultimately at the end of the day, what will happen? He will refer to some of his firms, and believe me, the firms who work DD or who work in this domain charges much higher amount of fees of whatever your existing chartered accountant is hiring. Believe me. So you are paying first audit fees to a chartered accountant who has done audit on the behalf of banker and having no use for the PE investor. Then you are again getting your accounts audited before due diligence, so that the data, the sanctity of data, whatever the due diligence team is going to work on, that is to be minimum ensured by a chartered accountant or a team of chartered accountants, and they submit the report to the investor as well. Now come to the third page, income tax audit. Tax audit is there. चलिए already income tax audit वहाँ पे है, तो हम ये मानते हैं यहाँ पे audit आप उसको balance कर लेंगे. What will happen with the ESIPF? Now you know, whenever ESIPF officials came, what they ask for? They ask for audited financial statement, and from their P&L they make a control and match all those details from the wages register and whatever documents required to be complied with their particular law. Now when there is no control over these number, what the ESIPF department will do? They will prescribe another audit, or they will do governmental audit. Governmental audit we know is not possible to be carried out in each and every case. So what they will do? They will prescribe some third party chartered accountant to conduct that audit. So a small company, I am taking example of a very small company, 50-80 employees working in service space, in IT technology, working and revenue of somewhere around 5-7 crore रुपए का. So this is the situation they are going to face if one audit is gone. They will have to get audit from each and every department. आपने पैसा लेना है बाहर से, थोड़ा सा आपने बाहर से फंडिंग लगाई है, somebody from outside India invest in your company, ECB है या आपके पास FDI आई है, RBI को कहाँ से कंट्रोल मिलने वाला है? Again RBI will prescribe for an audit. So what kind of chaos you want to create by removing this audit? That each and every government department or each and every tax law or whatsoever user of the financial statement should not focus on the audited financial statement, he should prescribe for his own audit. So how much number of audit you want to you want to do in a year? So मैं तो इसको ऐसा देखता हूँ कि tomorrow if this thing will go, the revenue of chartered accountant is not going to increase, it is not going to decrease, sorry, it is going to increase, because thereafter every department will going to prescribe his own rule and own certification and all, because there is no minimum compliance framework available. There is no base level numbers and there is no assurance that these base level numbers are correct. So everybody will prescribe his own audit. Now we'll move further. So first point is user of financial statement, it's gone, that owners are not the user of financial statement. There are so many other stakeholders which required these financial numbers. Second point is the cost reduction. Cost reduction is certainly not going to happen for a smaller company. It is going to increase. In any case, it is going to increase. And thirdly, I'll take up this part that this article says. Hypothetical, again limit of 5 crore as we have seen in GST, everywhere is 5 crore, 5 crore, 5 crore. Hypothetical limit, this article suggests that 5 crore rupees limit should be fixed, and above that review should be happened in 3 years. Okay, agree? My dear friend, first of all, my serious concern over this 5 crore limit in GST also. Okay, because a service company with 5 crore turnover has entirely different kind of setup and quantum of work and complexity of work than a concern who is dealing in goods of turnover of 5 crore. If you take a smaller company who जो कि छोटा मोटा कोई ऑफिस रिनोवेशन का काम करती है, साल भर में 2 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एग्जीक्यूट करती है, 5 करोड़ हो जाता है, उस कंपनी का मार्जिन उतना नहीं है बट टर्नओवर है. एंड नाउ यू टॉक अबाउट अ सर्विस कंपनी, अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट फर्म हैविंग टर्नओवर ऑफ 5 करोड़ इज समथिंग विच इज level of a big 4 firm. So there is a huge variation between goods and services. So we are dealing this 5 crore problem in GST also. So you are putting 5 crore on stat audit also. So you will not, you will not find any good way to defend this 5 crore number, because 5 crore in turnover of goods and 5 crore turnover of services entirely two different spheres, and you cannot match all this. Further, who is going to fix this turnover and who is going to review in every 3 years? Because this, my friend in his article mentioned that NAFRA is a government organization. He should work more professionally. Okay, and vacancies are not being filled in NAFRA. Chairman, as on date, the office of chairman is vacant and has been filled temporarily. So my dear friend, आप नफरा को कह रहे हो आपने सब सही किया, जब से आप आए हो आपने अकाउंटिंग इंडस्ट्री को, इंडिया में ऑडिट एंड अकाउंटिंग इंडस्ट्री को बिल्कुल ठोक पीट के सही कर दिया, और आपके ऑफिस में कोई नहीं है देखने वाला. 3 साल कौन रिव्यू करेगा कि कितने थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट होनी चाहिए, कौन रिव्यू करेगा कि इस बढ़ाना है इसको घटाना है. नफरा का जब चेयरमैन ही नहीं है अभी अपॉइंटेड और टेम्पररी पे वैकेंसी फिल की हुई है, एंड दिस इज, आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग नफरा, प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज द यूनिक सेट ऑफ डीलिंग विद इंडियन एनी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट. देयर इज अ क्राइसिस ऑफ मैन पावर, गुड पीपल आर नॉट देयर इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेस. अच्छे लोगों की कमी है, आपको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा भारत सरकार के पास वैकेंसीज फिल करने के लिए, क्योंकि अच्छे लोग ऑलरेडी अच्छे प्रोफाइल्स एंड पोर्टफोलियोज पे लगे हुए हैं, और आप एक प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ये राइट दे नहीं सकते. एंड एट द लास्ट भाई साहब कहते हैं द इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया should only focus on producing quality chartered accountants and quality, and NAFRA would ensure that maintenance of quality in discharge of their duties. So what he wants to convey by this article is that ICAI, जिसने आज़ादी के बाद आज से हिंदुस्तान का सारा फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम संभाले रखा, सारी जो कंपनियां हैं इंडिया की जो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑडिट करते हैं, ईच एंड एवरी कंपनी, वो मदर बॉडी, उसका सिर्फ राइट्स बच्चों के पेपर लो और उन्हें पास करो, बाकी कंट्रोल नफरा देख लेगा. मतलब यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लूजली वर्डेड आर्टिकल, जिसमें दिमाग और सेंस का तो इस्तेमाल ही नहीं किया गया, कि आप ये समझें कि ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट द मैटर्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स, मैटर ऑफ ऑडिटिंग स्टैंडर्ड एंड रोबस्टनेस एंड ever changing global scenario in accounting and auditing, some government department can take care of, and a fully equipped functional institute is there, quality professionals are there who has devoted their whole life to the audit, who has devoted their whole life to the accounting standards. There are so many learned persons are there. आप कह रहे हैं कि आप सिर्फ पेपर लो, पास करो, और बाकी लोग घर बैठो एंड बाकी सब चीज़ें जो हैं नफरा देख लेंगी. जिनके पास अपना चेयरमैन भी नहीं है और वो एक सरकारी विभाग है, उनको मोर प्रोफेशनली काम करना चाहिए. आई एम नथिंग अगेंस्ट नफरा, आई एम नथिंग अगेंस्ट एनी अदर डिपार्टमेंट और कंट्रोल ऑफ एनी अदर डिपार्टमेंट ओवर द क्वालिटी ऑफ ऑडिट. आई एम नथिंग अगेंस्ट इट. इफ क्वालिटी इज देयर, देन if bad quality is there, then certainly NAFRA should come up with the process. Now what my suggestion and my response in this is, NAFRA should come up with a quality assurance framework, not to kill these kind of की कंप्लायंसेस जो कि इतने ज़रूरी हैं हमारी इकोनॉमी के लिए। नफरा को एक क्वालिटी फ्रेमवर्क लाना चाहिए, एश्योरेंस करनी चाहिए। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हो तो नफरा को आरबीआई जो हम एमसीए के पास डॉक्यूमेंट्स फाइल करते हैं कंपनी के, उनकी एक्सेस लेनी चाहिए, या कॉमन कुछ एक गेटवे बनाना चाहिए जिससे कि जब हम कंप्लायंस फाइल करें तो एक कॉपी नफरा के पास चली जाए, एक उनके पास चली जाए। और अगर वो कुछ पाएँ कि किसी मेंबर ने गलत किया है तो देयर इज अ सफिशिएंट फंक्शनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट इज देयर, उसकी मदर बॉडी है उसको पनिश करने के लिए। देयर इज कंप्लीट कोड इज देयर, इंस्टीट्यूट का एक्ट है, उसके अंदर पूरे एथिक्स बने हैं, सब कुछ है। तो आप चाहते हैं 70 सालों से एक ट्राइड एंड टेस्टेड मैकेनिज्म और मेथड को छोड़ के हम एक नई जंग शुरू कर दें, वो भी इस स्फेयर में जहाँ पे कि हमारा बिजनेस जो हमने सोचा था कि हम इस इकोनॉमी को $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी तक ले जाएंगे, उसमें हम नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हैं, और हम ये नई जंग शुरू कर लें प्रोफेशनल्स के साथ। इसीलिए मेरा जो व्यू था, मैंने शुरुआत में भी कहा, दिस इज़ नॉट अबाउट आईसीएआई वर्सेस नफरा, दिस इज सीए फ्रेटर्निटी वर्सेस नफरा। और जो आर्टिकल लिखा गया है, सर्टेनली मेरे को इसमें क्लियरली द सिलेक्शन ऑफ वर्ड्स जैसे लिखा गया कि ओपिनियन दे दिया गया, नफरा इज राइट स्क्रैप स्टैट्यूटरी फॉर स्मॉल फर्म्स। एक स्मॉल फर्म्स के जो ओनर्स हैं या उनकी एसोसिएशन है, उनकी सिंपैथी कलेक्ट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है कि इनसे एक आपको सिंपैथी मिले और उसके बाद आप जो हैं इसको आसानी से किल कर पाएँ। तो परिणाम आपके सामने होंगे, कंप्लायंस कॉस्ट बढ़ने की बजाय, घटने की बजाय बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगी। हर आदमी अपना प्रिस्क्राइब करेगा। स्मॉल बिजनेस के लिए मेरा यही सजेशन है कि आपको एक साल में अभी एक ऑडिट कराना पड़ता है, बाद में आपको हर पर्पस के लिए स्पेशल पर्पस ऑडिट कराने पड़ेंगे, और हर अगर स्पेशल पर्पस ऑडिट कराने पड़ेंगे तो प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस मेरे को भी है 11 सालों का। स्मॉल फर्म्स के पास इतने कॉम्पिटेंट लोग होते नहीं है कि वो ऑडिट करा पाएँ, तो आपको एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ऑडिट कराने के लिए और एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ऑडिट करने के लिए हायर करना पड़ेगा। सो इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी टू वे थिंग कि भाई एक आदमी आपके लिए पहले आपके तरफ से सर्विस दे और दूसरा आदमी जो है आपके बुक्स को ऑडिट करे। कॉस्ट इज़ गोइंग टू इंक्रीज। यूज़र्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, उनका तो आपने बिल्कुल इग्नोर कर दिया, जिसमें सबसे बड़ी जो है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया है। टर्नओवर, सिस्टमिक इश्यूज आर देयर इज़ नो प्रॉपर सिस्टम, नफरा इज़ नॉट फंक्शनिंग। एंड हमारे प्रेसिडेंट ने कहा भी आईसीआई के कि जिस पर्पस के लिए नफरा कंस्टिट्यूट हुआ था वो काम छोड़ के वो इस काम में लग गए हैं। सो माय फ्रेंड्स, मेरा कंक्लूजन यही है कि इस चीज़ के ऊपर सीरियस डिस्कशन की ज़रूरत है, नॉट इन अ नेगेटिव वे बट इट इज़ अ पॉजिटिव वे। एंड नफरा और एनी अदर अथॉरिटी ने शुड कीप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स in their trust area. We are certainly partners in nation building. We always think of a nation and increase in the business of our clients, because if clients business will increase, then our fees will increase and then nation will grow and become prosperous. तो मेरा इतना ही पॉइंट है। बट इस तरह के आर्टिकल जो अगर बिल्कुल लेमली लिखे जाएंगे और जिनके अंदर खुद इतनी कमियां होंगी कि जिन बातों से कोई तर्क साबित नहीं होता कि भैया स्मॉल कंपनी मैनेजर सेम है और कॉस्ट रिडक्शन हो जाएगी, सब अपने अपने ऑडिट करा लेना स्पेशल पर्पस, तो ये सब बेकार की बातें हैं, इन पे ज़्यादा आप लोग ध्यान ना दें। ये स्पेशल पर्पस है, आपको भी पता है, मेरे को भी पता है, पॉलिटिक्स में ये सब इनका बेनिफिट लेने के लिए किया गया है। बट मैं लास्ट में ये बात बोलूँगा, दिस इज़ नॉट समथिंग पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट, बट देर आर फ्यू मेंबर्स हु आर इन सेंट्रल काउंसिल इलेक्शंस जो कि काफ़ी इस मुद्दे पे हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं। मिस्टर मनमोहन खेमका जी हैं सेंट्रल इलेक्शन में, तो मनमोहन खेमका जी काफ़ी अच्छा इस मुद्दे पे कर रहे हैं कि भैया नहीं, ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है और चेंजिंग स्टेटमेंट्स बार बार अलग अलग लोगों के ज़रिए क्यों दिलवाई जा रही हैं। अगर ये मुद्दा आईसीआई और नफरा के बीच में है और आईसीआई इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग टू द बेस्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑफ मेंबर्स, तो व्हाई दिस member has written an article and given his opinion in the public which is published by a newspaper, तो इसके अगेंस्ट क्या एक्शन आईसीआई ले रहा है। और बाकी आपने सुना ही है, और भी सीईओज हैं जो सो कॉल्ड बिग फोर कंपनीज या बिग फोर बनने की तरफ हैं उनके, कि वो अपना स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं। तो मनमोहन खेमका जी हैं, कांता मैडम हैं, और बिग फोर्स के साथ फीस को लेके उनका बहुत अच्छा एक जंग रही है, बहुत अच्छा लिखती हैं वो, इस बारे में मैसेज देती हैं। तो डेफिनेटली आपको और हमको ऐसे लोगों को आगे लाना चाहिए जो कि हमारे और आपके बीच की बातों को किसी फोरम पे एटलीस्ट उठा तो रहे हैं। अदरवाइज़ लोग अगर इस पे बात ही नहीं करेंगे तो कभी इसका सोल्यूशन होने वाला नहीं है। थैंक यू वेरी मच फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच, नमस्कार।